And everyone, welcome in everyone. Like the stream, donations are open. Hi everyone, welcome in. Like the stream, donations are open. Hi, Crystal. Hope you feel better. Hi, IJ. How are you? You said like you just got up. Oh, nice. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Please like the stream. Donations are open. I know some people just signed. Give me a second. I just want to see. Sorry, guys. Alright, I don't even know who donated. Who's donated? Who sent donations? Alright, you sent just. Let me just see. Never mind. Let me go look. Let me not be that. Let me not do that. Oh my god. Post. Wait. Let me see who. Let me just see. And I am definitely not staying on late today. I can't stay on late today. I do have to get up really early tomorrow too. And post your question. I said to post your question. Wait, can you hear me? Is it frozen? Alright, I got your question. Let's see. How is Jay feeling about Jess? How is Jay feeling about Jess? Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. FYI, I will be getting. I'm gonna probably only be on to like. I want to say like 11:15, the latest, but I could be getting off a little sooner. So if you guys want to donate, do so early. How is Jay feeling about Jess? Alright, we got the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. See, this is so with the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Cups, I'm getting like wanting to offer you that long-term stability, but still not ready to make a move because I have the Four of Swords. So I feel like the romantic feelings are there. He's feeling like you are the one that he can marry, have children with, um, like have that long-term success. Um, for me, this feels like, like marriage, like longevity. And with the Knight of Cups, I feel like there are romantic feelings here. Like he wants to follow his heart. He wants to come towards you. But with the Four of Swords, he's not quite ready. He's still in this energy of contemplating. I feel like with the Four of Swords, he's also like thinking about you a lot. Could be dreaming with you a lot. But yeah, like not quite ready to make a move yet. Like still kind of in that resting energy. Um, you got the Ten of Cups here. So again, this is another card of fulfillment, harmony, again, wanting a family, seeing you as his like lifetime partner. Show me more. With the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like he knows that he's viewing you as very confident, but I feel like he also knows that he needs to show up as, or he needs to start feeling more confident and actually like take action towards you. Like he's knowing that what I'm getting, like how he's feeling about you is like he knows that he's the one that has to like take action here. Because the Wheel of Fortune does talk about, for me, the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune are both action cards. Um, I feel like there could be some type of unpredictable, um, I'm getting like unpredictable change. Like something unexpected is gonna happen. Show me what that is. He's gonna take some type of unpredictable challenge. I am gonna say challenge because I got the Five of Cups. Show me more. The Fool. I feel like there's gonna be some unpredictable movement because I have the Five of Cups and the Fool. So it's like for me, it's showing up as like you're not gonna expect it. You're not gonna see it coming. Um, is what I get here with him. Um, I feel like it's gonna come at a time where almost like you're not. I'm not gonna say you're not thinking about it because you are. You think about your person all the time. That I mean, to me, that's normal. But it's gonna be something where it's like I feel like when you're at a place where you maybe start to feel a little bit like doubt. I feel like doubt may start to creep in, and then suddenly he just takes that action, some type of subtle action. You see, the Four of Pentacles is here. I still see him holding back. What is this? Why? The Four Cups with the High Priestess. I don't necessarily feel like he's holding back. You have four fours out here, so 444. And these are all cards of like definitely kind of holding back, like not making too much movement, but it's more about like I'm still contemplating before I'm trying to maintain. The Four of Swords for me is like a resting, meditating, not making a move, right? Like I'm just here. I could be thinking about making a move, but I'm not quite there. The Four of Pentacles to me is trying to maintain some type of control here, right? And then the Four of Cups to me is like contemplating. So I feel like that's the main energy here is what I'm getting, like when it comes to you, how he's feeling about you. And even with the High Priestess, again, that's the energy to me, that the High Priestess, she doesn't show her hand. So it's like I feel like whatever he does, it's gonna come when you least expect it and how you least expect it. So if, like, let's just say you're thinking he's gonna DM you, he might text you. If you're thinking that he's gonna call you, he might DM you. So it's gonna be, I would say, just keep that open. I don't know if you think about that stuff, but I would just say kind of keep that door open because I feel like it's gonna be in the way that you least expect it. Um, and you have the Queen of Cups here, so I feel like he does view you as very loving, nurturing, caring, um, and very intuitive too. Also, he sees you as very emotionally stable. So that's what I have for you, Just. All right, and thank you, Just. IJ, you can go ahead and post. Let me have. Oh no, my chapstick is here. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Toka. You could go ahead and post. My bad. What the fuck is this? Yeah, you guys are on delay. I think there's a delay. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Jake's thoughts after he hurt my feelings with a comment he made. If he realized it. Well, let me see if he even realized that he hurt your feelings. Because I don't know why I'm getting like. Let me just see what's the energy. What is the energy around that, Spirit? What is the energy around that? When it comes to what he said to her. When it comes to what Jay said to Toka. What is the energy around that? Was this. Is this work related? Whatever he said was this work related? Yeah, you know what I'm getting? I don't feel like he feels any type of way. Um, I feel like I can't really. Did he notice? I feel like, to be honest with you, I don't feel like he's thinking that deep about it. Like for him, there was something that came. It's like I'm getting like sudden aware. So I have the four cups in the reverse. So some type of sudden awareness came to him. Um, and he decided to speak on it because I have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So I'm getting like he's a perfectionist, is what I'm getting with this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Um, and I feel like, so whatever he said to you is more about self development than about criticism. Is what that's how he's viewing it. I don't feel like he knows, or even, I don't want to say that he doesn't care if he hurts your feelings, but for him it's work. So it's just, it's almost like constructive criticism is what I'm getting. Um, I'm getting like how he's viewing it, because I have the Three of Pentacles here. So to me, that's about teamwork, right? And implementation, right? Collaborating, learning, building something. So I feel like he's looking at it as constructive criticism, and he's not looking at it as like, is this something that I said that's gonna hurt her feelings? That's not how he's thinking from it, from a business mindset, from being like, if I don't know how if he's like your higher up. I think he's yeah, he's at a higher position than you. So it's almost like if he's your boss basically, and I'm letting you know that I think this is not how it should go, or like this is wrong. So he's not looking at it from a standpoint of like personal feelings. He's looking at it as constructive criticism, and it comes off as like, yeah, I'm not really thinking that deep about it. So I don't feel like he even noticed, or he doesn't. Again, I don't want to say that he doesn't care, but for him, it's business. So, um, you just gotta take it or leave it. Is how I'm seeing it. Like either do what you have to do or let it be. Um, he's pretty good. You know what I get from him? I feel like having a long term commitment with him. Like, you know how they say like some people may feel like I see this a lot with sports. Like kids will say like the coach. So there's all right. So kids, I feel like kids that get coached by their fathers, right? Mainly like boys. I've heard it with girls too, but I'm just using boys for an example, where some of them can say like yeah, like their dad could separate the dad, right? Their dad role, and they could separate their coach role. But then there's other kids that feel like the dad does, or he's gonna be too much of the coach. What I get from him, he knows how to separate two things. He knows how to separate like his personal feelings and you know the personal connection from the work relationship. So it's almost to me it feels like this will probably be like hard to like navigate. I mean, now you know, so you know that it's not really personal. It's just business. But in like I feel like in a relationship, it will be kind of tough because you it's hard to separate the two. But for him, it's not. He can separate the two. So that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting a thing where it's like he doesn't care, but I'm getting a thing where it's just he's not even thinking about how you're feeling emotionally because for him it's just business. Um, show me more. The Knight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Yeah, I see him like I feel like honestly he's moved on from this. Like so again, it hurts. I mean, I know it probably sucks, but I'm not really getting that he's thinking about whether he hurt your feelings or not. I'm literally getting like he I don't even think he's thinking about this. I feel like he's already walked away from it. He let it go and he's moved on. Like it's just another day for him is what I'm getting. Let me see anything else. The World in the reverse with the Four of Pentacles. I get something with him. See, this is why I feel like this is why it takes him a little bit longer to like open up here because I'm getting yeah, see the Hierophant. See, he's very traditional. So yeah, I'm going to stick with what I said. I feel like he just work is one thing, a personal relationship is another. He knows how to separate the two, so he could be a little like I would say like a little stoic when it comes to like this kind of stuff. Um so that is what I have for you, love. You're welcome. All right, IJ, your turn. Yeah, it's separate. It's two separate things for him. And I think this is what I was gonna say. I was getting like a side message. I feel like this is why is going. It's hard for him to like open up this door with you as much as he wants to because of the work related situation. And I've been getting that for him from the beginning. If you guys would have met at different circumstances, I feel like he definitely would have already been more open. All right, let's see, RJ. I want a banana boat. I haven't had one of those in years. You know what? We should be back. All right, can you guys hear me now? You guys can hear me? All right. So let's see, IJ. All right, let's see. Let's see. What's that? All right, cool. What was the random floor set? Oh, what happened this afternoon? All right, you got the Five of Pentacles. Show me more. Just a Macy. I know. The Queen of Cups. The Empress. Okay. The Nine of Wands. The Queen of Wands. The King of Wands with the Hermit and the Ace of Wands. I'm going to take them. So, I feel like you know what I'm getting, IJ? I'm getting. Is your grandmother alive? I'm getting grandmom. Like, so, all right. The Five of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. I'm getting um something otherworldly breaking through a moment like of solitude, right? Or a moment of like where you're kind of like maybe feeling alone. Um, I feel like it's like spirit, or I'm getting a loved one in spirit. Okay, so I feel like a loved, because I'm getting a grandmother energy, like mother, very motherly energy is what I'm getting here. Um, yeah, I'm getting like a loved one in spirit reaching through in your moment of solitude, or maybe it was a moment where maybe they felt like you felt alone. The Queen of Cups is showing me um, this was a deeply intuitive emotional nudge, an energy that wanted to comfort you. Um, yeah, I'm getting like an energy that wanted to comfort you. Which again, I'm getting that motherly grandmom type of energy. For me, the floor scent is symbolic of like nature. I'm sorry, nurturing, because the Empress is here. So this is your experience. I feel like the floral scent, well, not I feel, what Spirit is saying, it was symbolic of nurturing love and divine, obviously divine feminine energy with this Empress. Um, I feel like it could have been, again, that presence of a maternal figure, which would be a grandmother, a mother, um, a guide, or even like your own subconscious connecting to the energy of abundance and growth. So that could have been too, but I'm leaning more towards, I feel like it's almost like she's nudging you, like letting you know like you're on the right path. Um, flowers are the Empress, like are very much Empress language. And again, I'm getting maternal energy here because the Empress is the maternal figure. She's the one that creates life. Um, so I feel like it's almost like, I feel like it was your grandmother coming through, and she was letting you know that you're for sure, like the abundance and growth that you're wanting or that you're working on, it's happening. um almost like giving you your flowers. I know that sounds cheesy, but that is what Spirit says, so I have to go with what Spirit said. Um, what it's meaning spiritually is what I'm getting like, um, it feels like if you at any moment of your past, like I want to say in the past few months, weeks, days, at any point you felt a little guarded towards possibly change and growth, um, this was letting you know. For me, this is an experience. This experience was a way to remind you that you're not alone, because I have a lot of figures here: the Queen of Cups, the Empress, the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. I even have the Hermit here. So there's a lot of people here. Um, the Queen and King of Wands together are suggesting balance of masculine and feminine energies. This is a sign of alignment, passion, and a reminder of your inner strengths. I feel like um, the sun came to spark recognition, like open you up to your own power, creativity, and confidence. So I feel like that's been your theme lately. So it's again talking about your confidence. I feel like also too, it is in a way, it's almost like there, I feel like she was there to nudge you and let you know that maybe she's protecting this connection with you and that, because I do have a perfect match here, right, with the King and Queen of Wands. And with the Nine of Wands, that's a very protective energy, right? Is an energy of like, um leading with faith, right? Being a little wary, but maybe even feel like there could be like a test of faith coming up. But I'm getting like, it's almost like, for me, the Nine of Wands is also a card of persistence. And the more you persist, like the more like, the more, basically, like the more you persist on this, the more you'll kind of like get past like any like hurdles or resistance or blockages. You know, Spirit wants to say blockages. I don't believe in blockages, but I'm gonna use your language. um I feel with the Hermit and the Ace of Wands being here, um, the Hermit, obviously, it shows that moment when you were alone, right? When you were in your solitude, right? Um, you're being guided inward is what Spirit is saying. The Ace of Wands is like that spark of divine inspiration. I feel like again the floral scent was a signal of new energy, renewal, um, and spiritual ignition, right? I feel like Spirit was showing you that even in quiet moments, inspiration and love surround you. Um, Obviously, the fluorescent wasn't random. I feel like it's definitely a spiritual sign. I will also look up, I don't know, I'm going to look it up myself right now. Um, I feel like you had a guide, and I want to say your grandmother. Um, was reaching out to like comfort you, almost like to again to praise you for your growth and abundance and the spark, um that you're experiencing right now. um it's almost like wanting to even spark even more fire, like inner fire within you. I feel like it happened when you were in solitude so that you can notice it more clearly. It was confirmation that you're supported, protected, and entering a new wave of inspiration and alignment. And especially with your person is what I'm getting here. Let me look up spiritual. At first, I thought it was like maybe her scent, but I'm not. But I will say, when you first said it, I didn't think it was her scent. I don't know why I don't get that she will wear anything like floral. I don't know why. I don't know what her favorite perfume is. Like, if do you know, IJ? Because if you know that, then I could definitely tell you. I don't know why I didn't feel it was, but I always say like whatever meaning you put to it is what it is. So just, you guys always remember that. Whatever meaning you decide it is, that's what it is. But let me see, what is the spiritual meaning of, I just want to see what comes up. Yeah, see, presence of spirit or loved ones. Many traditions say random floral scents are a sign that a spirit guide, angel, or deceased love. Yo, spirit was right on point with that fucking message. Spirit was on point because they literally, that was almost like word what they delivered. Angel or deceased loved one is near. Flowers carry the vibration of love, peace, and purity. So their scent is a gentle way for spirit to get your attention. Divine feminine and nurturing energy, which is what I got, like goddess, motherly energy, nurturing presence. Some of them can signal healing, comfort, and that you're being supported with compassion and love. Spiritual awakening and growth, new beginnings, blossoming potential, and spiritual. It's reassurance that you're guided and loved, and invitation to trust your intuition, and a reminder that you're entering a phase of renewal and blossoming energy. That makes sense. All right, Jay. What is your second question? You said that tracks. I've been feeling like I'm on a brand new track for a bit. Yeah, I've been feeling like that too. Like I always, you know what? Too, when I'm like really on a routine, I feel like where I find myself, like, are we back? This is pissing me off. You don't, yeah, I don't, cause I didn't feel like it was her when you first mentioned it, but then I was like, I didn't really like tap all the way in. I mean, I don't need to tap all the way in. Um, all right, so let's see what was on her mind when she posted that story today. All right, let's see. Well, I told my nephew, I was like, yo, my sister said you need to start getting off the game. And he was like, why you always lying? I was like, no, I'm not. I was laughing, right? And he was like, I just spoke to her like 2 seconds ago. She didn't say that. I was dying. I was like, damn. What was on her mind? Girl, definitely. What was on that mind? And she posted that story today. The 7 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune with the Page of Swords. You know what I'm getting, IJ? Because alright, so I got the 7 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Swords, the Death card, the Devil. I'm getting, what was on her mind is overcoming challenges. Like, I feel like something about where she was at, um, gave her, because I just got the Hierophant in the reverse. So it almost feels like what was on her mind? I'm getting like she's releasing like old patterns or like disbeliefs, letting go of like old energies that she's possibly been holding on to, like resentments towards like previous partners, family members, right? And I feel like she was definitely in the energy, like on her mind was the challenges she's overcome. I feel like she kind of was giving herself like her props, um, in a sense that felt more nurturing to her, like more, it feels like nature. You know what, isn't she, she's a Capricorn. Yeah, they're, that's, she's also, that's, she's in her element. So I feel like, was that the, wait, was that the story you sent us, IJ? Because I'm getting that's, if I hope this is the story you're talking about, because it is the story that Spirit is talking about. um because if you see the Seven of Wands, they're outside and they're literally like, there's all these wands and they're kind of just standing there like, and I'm getting like she was kind of just taking things in, of like where she's been at, where like maybe things felt hard for her. Even I'm getting like 7 months, like she had like the last, even I want to say she was reflecting back on 7 months ago. When was that? January, maybe her birthday, right? Because that would have been, no, we're in September now, so January, maybe like February, March. She was going through like a really tough time, facing challenges. She may have been like in a very defensive energy, and I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is talking about changes, right? Changes that happen, that were inevitable, that needed to happen, where I think that she's kind of accepting that they happen. So I feel like she, something happened to her a few months ago, early this year, where there were many ups and downs for her on a personal level, and I feel like she may have up until this point been questioning like why certain things happened the way that they did. I feel like some connections just ended on really bad terms for her, and things happen in a very unpredictable way that she didn't expect. And I think that she may have spent like the past few months questioning like why, and I feel like she's kind of accepting that, you know what, it was just fate and it had to happen. The Page of Swords is here, so I'm getting her like in this exploring energy, um, having a thirst for knowledge, learning new things. There's new ways of communicating for her that are showing up. So I feel like she's, and when I say new ways of communicating, I think that she's finding new ways of how to process her feelings, emotions, thoughts. It's very like mental energy here is what I'm getting. A lot of curiosity for her. Again, I'm getting like a thirst for knowledge. With the Death card and the Devil, I do feel like she's just, again, going through a transformation where she is ending, letting go of what was, is what I'm getting here. Letting go of what was. I think she felt tied down to certain people, certain situations, and now she's kind of freeing herself. Um, Show me more, Spirit. What was on here? And again, with the, I forgot, the Hierophant is here in the reverse. The Hierophant for me in the reverse is like when you're no longer doing things in a traditional way. There was a sense of freedom. Like I feel like she's doing things in a more unconventional way these days, um, rather than doing things her traditionally. Like I think that she had a way of doing things for the past few years, and now she's like, you know what, I don't need to do things like that. I can do things however the hell I want. And I feel like there's a sense of blind faith here. She's trusting in the unknown is what I'm getting. Anything else on this energy? What was on her mind that I just know? Alright, so we got the Emperor here with the Empress. So I'm gonna is this IJ? I think, I mean, I'm sure it's you. Is this IJ? Shit, the card just fell mad. Yeah. So I got the Ace of Swords in the reverse with the Magician. I'm getting a yes for that. I think that you were on her mind too. I want to say part of the story was obviously for you to see it. You were on her mind. I think the other stuff kind of like was overpowering her a little bit. I feel like when it comes to you, she's kind of rethinking things, not um not rethinking things in like is she interested, but more so rethinking of how she's handled things again in the past few months. I think that she may have been giving attention to things or people that were not serving her any type of good. So if anything, I'm getting like she's gaining inner clarity. Where in the upright, I feel like it's clarity coming towards you, out like outside validation, like or bringing you clarity. But I'm not getting that. I'm getting more so her having inner clarity of like how significant you really fucking are in her life. But you do have the magician here, which is again a card of like confidence and clarity, and like she's definitely seeing the really high potential here. I feel like she feels your energy a lot because I have the high priestess here. So yeah, with the four wands at the bottom. Yeah, what happened? Where's your mom? Oh, you don't want to give me a hug? You just wanted to come over here. Why did you come over here then? Close it all the way, brat. Um, so I feel like I feel like she's internalizing a lot of her feelings right now. So you're not gonna get like her outright telling you how she feels, but because I feel like she's still processing what that looks like for her. Although, like I said, she feels your energy a lot because I do have the high priestess with the four wands. So it does show me that there is a connect. Obviously, the connection is here. Um, you're like you feel like home to her. I feel like she sees you as part of her village, of her community of people, her circle, and yeah, like she's seeing more and more the potential for partnership here. And it's funny because in the deck, in the tarot deck, the major arcanas, the empress comes before the emperor, but how it's spread out right here is the emperor and then her. So it's almost like what I'm getting is like internally. So what I can say is like in the 40, how we speak, the connection is already there. It's just not clear in the 3D yet. Like I don't feel like she knows why she's doing certain things. Like I don't think that like remember I think I said this to you. Maybe I did or maybe I didn't. I maybe could have missed someone else. But where I said like she's doing things that it's not like so so let's just say you think and you say like you want her to post, you think that, right? And then suddenly she posts. She's not posting in a sense where she's being like I'm gonna post this for him, but in her conscious mind, but subconsciously that is exactly what's happening. Like you're calling in that energy, so it's reflecting. But I feel like in the 3D, like any action that she's been taking, there's actions that she's taking to, you know, obviously balance out things. She wants to take action towards you, but I feel like a lot of it is coming in as more like Jess, what is that action called? Shit, I forget what it's called. In law of assumption, when they say don't be doing shit to get attention, do it to oh my god, what is that phrase? It's not even a phrase, it's something action. Well, that's what I'm getting for like it's like you're in the 3D inspired action. There you go. So I feel like it's showing them more as like inspired action. She's definitely her subconscious being inspired by what you're putting out there, but I think the 3D hasn't fully caught up to her yet. So internally, I'm getting like she definitely feels a strong connection. She definitely feels something is here, but in the 3D, it has not made sense to her just yet. Like it's not. I don't feel like it's there yet. Even though like her like following you, like all that stuff, it feels more like it was inspired by your own like the energy that you put out than her conscious mind. So I hope that makes sense, IJ. So the 3D is still catching up, but I feel like as long as it's intertwined in the 4D, that's really where it matters because that's where it starts. So you're on the right page, basically. Yo, I don't know why I couldn't think of inspired action. That's because I haven't taken no inspired action for nothing lately. You're welcome. All right, Jess, it is your turn. I bought this new little buffer for like your feet. Oh my god. It did such a good job. My feet are so smooth. Alright, let's see. Give me a second, just let me grab some of my water. I left it in my nephew's room. Alright, I'm back, my bad. Alright, so let's see with just first question. How did her mom feel? How did Jess's mom feel about the message she sent her earlier? The Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords. I'm getting, she could have felt like a sense of like guardedness, or I'm getting like a mix of like distance and guardedness from you. Um, the Three of Wands for me is showing like she stepped back and needed to process the message, while the Seven of Swords feels like she didn't really, she didn't fully, she didn't reveal her full thoughts right away. It's almost like she's holding back, or uncertain. Has she responded? Oh, that makes sense. I literally was gonna say that because I'm getting like she's holding back or uncertain how to respond, right? Um, or kind of trying to protect her own feelings, or like not wanting to say too much without, almost like wanting to like think before she speaks is what I'm getting. Um, show me more. Show me more. How did she feel? You're cold, Jess? Oh, you know why I'm not cold? Because I don't have the fan facing me. Because I got the air conditioner on, but I don't have both of my fans facing me. All right, you got the Death card with, let's see, what else? All right, the Queen of Cups. I feel like the message made her stirred, like something deep is what I'm getting. Like it stirred something deep. It kind of, for me, the Death card being here, it shows, it touched like, it's, it touched on something that she could shift her perspective, or bring change in the relationship. Um, yeah, it like, I don't. Yeah, so you see, like I feel like, damn, I'm getting like, for me, the Death card is like showing again, like it touched on something that could definitely shift her per, perspective, or bring change in the relationship. Now, with the Queen of Cups, I feel like it shows she did receive it with emotion and sensitivity, even if she didn't express it outwardly. It it kind of, I feel like it hit her heart. So it's, by her not replying, I feel like it bothered her, and like I think that her initial reaction was gonna be something maybe snarky, and she decided to like hold back is what I'm getting. Show me more here. The Empress and the Justice card. So, all right, even so, at the core, I feel like she sees you with love and obviously maternal energy, right? I feel like the Justice is showing that she feels a need for balance, fairness, and maybe even like reconciliation here. Okay, I feel like it's kind of suggesting that she's weighing the message carefully, wanting to do right by it, and like acknowledge truth within it. So like again, I'm getting like that energy of like not wanting to react, because I do feel like had she reacted like how she wanted to initially, it may have like stirred more of an issue than she wants to. Yeah. Show me more. Oh my God, but remember just that one general reading that you had that I said, I don't remember quite. Yo, I think it was that reading that I forgot what the fuck I was gonna like. Remember, I think it was that day when I did the one reading for you earlier in the live, and then I did one for you later in the live, and then I was like, I was gonna say something and completely like went away. That's, I feel like those readings, I know there was a reading that I gave you where I said it was for the month of September, so it maybe wasn't those because I never got back what that was, right? But where I said something like there was gonna be some little things happening this month with with in your home, like with your parents. Um, because remember I kind of was like going back and forth because I was like, it's like almost like spirit was like it could be her person, but then it was like no, I think it's her parents. But then I was like, it doesn't look like a big deal, but like I know something like that came up. You remember that? Yeah. Show me more here. I want to see. Hold on. So I feel like overall, I just want to get two more cards because you know me. The Knight of Wands in reverse with the King of Swords. So I do feel like there is a bit of like frustration here. Um, there's a bit of frustration, and I do feel like she used her discipline to not react right away. But I'm also getting, I know, and I think that's why she was like, you know what? I feel like with this King of Swords being her, it's like she's also again taking a step back to gain more mental clarity. So yeah, like the Two of Pentacles. She's trying to balance like her emotions before she kind of like says something. I feel like ultimately she's gonna try to think of like how to communicate where you guys can meet each other halfway. Um, or maybe try to figure out like what you want. So I don't know if it's like more so um like what you got, like what you're trying to do with your life, where it's like people don't realize that if it's that, I'm just saying, I don't know, spirits touching on it, like people don't realize that you pressure sometimes your kids or people in general to get to do dumb shit when you do stuff like that. And I know that it most like, you know, I know that it comes from a good place. You know, I don't have kids, but I've seen this happen even with myself, and it's like you get pressured to like do something and then you fucking hate it, and it's like what the fuck? Like, let me figure things out first. Give me a break. Like, you know, unless you see me doing dumb shit, that's how it was when I was younger. Not now, but I'm saying when I was younger, it was just like I wanted to take a year off of college, you know, not go to college, and it was just like, but do you want to keep working? Like, you know, going to school is it? Or da da da. And it's like, I went to cosmetology school. I felt like it was like they were proud of it, but it wasn't like really praised. So then I was like, fucking, let me go and be a registered nurse. Got into some school loans for a fucking school that, a degree that I never finished because I didn't want to do that ultimately for a living. So it's like, and who gets stuck paying those school loans? I fucking did. Because I was over age to get like financial support. So whatever. Anyways, let me do your general. All right, you got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the High Priestess. So I feel like I'm gonna start here. I feel like your overall energy with this general reading, the theme here is like balance between practicality, emotional depth, and your intuition. I feel like you're being called to ground yourself while also trusting your inner knowing. You're entering a phase of emotional and spiritual maturity. So let's see. All right, we got the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. I feel like right now you may be juggling between, or you're feeling like you're juggling responsibilities or choices, but I feel like the momentum is picking up for you. You know, the Six of Wands for me is like that card of recognition, success, support coming your way. The Eight of Wands, you know, for me that's the card that indicates things will start moving quickly for you. So communication, progress in like anything that you're working on. There could also be like travel could be playing a part here. I just feel like while you're juggling responsibilities or making like choosing certain things to do or not to do, things are picking up. Even if you're not seeing it, things are picking up and at a really fast pace though. You do have support coming your way. So this could be even her, like where she's just gonna be like, you know, I don't know, like give you some type of support or ask you like what do you need support in. Um, Maybe she feels like you don't feel supported. She'll start to feel that. Show me more, spirit. Hi, everyone who's in here with us. All right, you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Let me keep these two here. I'm gonna say with these, I'm getting like your hard work is paying off, um, and you have clarity coming your way. You have clarity coming your way. I feel like you're developing your skills, maybe learning lessons, um, definitely cutting through confusion is what I'm getting here. Maybe this is you honestly like figuring out what you want to do long term, because the Eight of Pentacles is a long term card when you're like dedicated to something long term and you're putting in the hard work and you're again your dedication is in it, you're persisting in it, and I feel like there could be that coming up for you where you just kind of get that clarity that you've been looking for. Um, I knew you was here, IJ, but I don't know who the other people are. I feel like Spirit's emphasizing like diligence paired with mental clarity. Um, are the key to like your next breakthrough. Show me more. All right, the eight. I was gonna say the Eight of Pentacles. The Lovers and the Nine of Cups are here. So for me, it does feel like a meaningful connection with we know who is being highlighted here. I feel like the Nine of Cups definitely showing emotional fulfillment. You know, this is a card of like love, partnership, even personal satisfaction aligning. But I feel like you have a wish fulfillment coming your way, getting something that you've truly been desiring. So I do see that coming your way. Um, the Ten of Wands, the Three of Swords. Clarify this Three of Swords. Alright, so with the Ten of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords clarified by the Sun, I feel like there could be a burden you've been carrying. Maybe it's like it could be stress, you know, responsibility or emotional weight that's coming to an end, because you know the tens are completions. The Three of Swords shows that there's been heartbreak, or disappointment tied to this emotional weight. But with the Sun clarifying, I do see like healing or like clarity, um, and joy are overcoming this energy. So I feel like the heartbreak that you've once felt, possibly even in your connection, it's coming to an end, and you have like joy that's that's helping you overcome this. Um, or at least joy is overcoming the pain. So I feel like you're gonna be entering a phase where it's like you're letting go more and more of the past, of like the old story, and entering like this new version of you, or like the connection that you want to experience. So whatever has felt heavy is being illuminated, but and released, right? And it's leading to a lighter, more optimistic outlook in your connection. So I do feel like we're getting past the old story and coming into the new one. So I said right now, see, wait, what if he sent me a pic? Yo, that's funny. So I feel like, in summary, it's raining so hard outside. The spread is showing a time of balancing responsibilities with intuition and self care. Um, you're stepping into recognition, success, and faster progress after maybe a period of like juggling um, and strain or stagnation, right? I feel like hard work and clarity are opening new doors. Oh, excuse me. Are opening new doors, especially in love and personal fulfillment. Um, Basically, like, though you've carried like burdens, heartbreak, the sun promises healing, joy, and positive transformation is here. So that is what I have for you, Jess. And IJ, you can go ahead and post. Oh, all right. Let's see. Has Matt toyed with the idea of sending a real picture lately? You can hear it. The rain is so loud over here. Is it raining over there too? My back, girl, my back is still, my ass is still, my ass is still sitting. So this wagon makes my lower back hurt. Oh yeah, it's coming down right now. All right, let's see. Has not toyed with the idea of. Oh yeah, I gave you I gotta set those up, so I'll be setting that up. All right, we got the hermit. How she told with the idea of sending our Jake into a picture making. The world. The King of Pentacles. Oh. Hold on, let me send this real quick. Let me just respond to my sister real quick. My bad. Alright, so I got the Hermit, the World, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Death, Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. I feel like she has. Like in quiet moments, she has. Um, for me the Hermit does reflect for me the Hermit shows reflection and keeping things to herself, while the World suggests a desire for completion, closure, or like putting herself out there in a bigger way. Um, with the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, I feel like her intentions towards you is like she sees you as stable, grounded, and someone she wants to impress. She sees you as a leader, very disciplined, um, very abundant, very generous, but also like serious, but in a way of like, in a way where she doesn't feel like you would like expose her. Not that she would send you those type of pictures yet, but she knows you're intentional. With the Ace of Swords, this shows clarity and mental consideration. So yes, I feel like the thought has crossed her mind directly and intentionally. Um, with the Death card, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands, I'm getting that this points to towards a shift in how she wants to give and receive with you. The Death card talks about transformation and the connection, or transformation in her approach, while the Six of Pentacles reveals a desire to give something of herself. Um, and the Eight of Wands definitely suggests momentum, action, and yes, the urge to send something directly has definitely been there recently. Um, so yeah, she's definitely has toyed with the idea of sending you a direct picture. I feel like she's reflected on it privately. She's considered how it might shift I was gonna say her connection, y'all's connection, and feels the urge to give and express herself more openly to you. While she hasn't necessarily acted on it, I think she's given it more time to where you guys feel more comfortable. Or she feels more or you guys are more open. Like I think it would be. Remember how I said and this is kind of going back to that reading that I did for you earlier. There's things that she are not making sense to her in the 3D. So like this is one of them. Like for her, I mean, she's thought about it, but it's like it's so left field to send you a picture, like a direct picture. Like for her, it feels like that would be the most oddest thing to do. So it's like that's why she's not gonna do it, because for her, in the 3D, you guys are not in that connection, even though in the 4D you are, and she feels that. And this is why I think that she kind of sits back and reflects, because for her it's like, why do I even want to do this? Like, oh my god, like I want to send him a picture. Like, yes, I'm interested in him, but why? Like, it feels it would be way too out of left field for her to do that, and I think that's what keeps her from doing it. Um, that's what's keeping, like, that's what's holding her back from doing it. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like it would kind of like, this makes sense, this question, because see, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's like the 4D, in the 4D is like she's already doing this, but in the 3D she's like, hell no. Nah. Like, I'm not, that would be crazy. Um, so yeah, I feel like 40 for sure. And I think I would say in the 3D she has thought that like she would like to do that, but she's like, not, I'm not doing that. So that's what I have for you, IJ. But yeah, I feel like she has definitely toyed with it. All right, just, you can post your question. I'm just responding to clients too, y'all. You're welcome, IJ. Um, I think I'm gonna close out, Jeff. Well, we'll close out at 11. How would you feel about it? That's it. All right, how would you feel? It just posted about biceps. How would you feel? Very curious. I feel like the Page of Cups is talking about curiosity. I feel like he's gonna be thinking. Hold on. I don't know why I'm getting like feeling conflicted. Let's see. Let me get more cards here. Yeah, she did. She did, just thank you. No, you know what? I think that he would be confused as to who the hell you're talking about. I feel. Let me just get more on this, because I'm getting like an energy of like, I don't know if he's gonna receive it as a direct like message to him. The Four Wands. You know what I'm getting? He's gonna be. Yo, I knew it. I fucking knew it, because the Seven of, all right, you got the Page of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, maybe initially he's gonna be like, I know she's talking about me, but then he's gonna overthink it to the point where it becomes challenging to him. And the Seven of Wands for me, it kind of shows competition. I feel like he's not gonna really know. I think that initially is that sense of curiosity. But this is the thing, because again, we're talking about the 3D. I don't know why Spirit is really on this 3D stuff today, but it's one thing to feel something, but then it's one thing to see something, right? I mean, it's a separate thing to see something. And because you guys are technically not together in the 3D, it kind of leaves the door open for him to think that could be for somebody else, right? Like, it would have to be something that's so directed at him that he would know this is directed at him, right? Like, remember when Mike had posted, when I was joking around with him one day, and he was asking me what I wear to work out, and I said workout clothes, and he's like, but like what? And I kind of was like, it was early in the morning, so I was like, what do you mean, like what? Like workout clothes? Like, I was like, I don't like to wear long sleeves, so I wear like either like a sports bra. And he's like, yeah, like leggings and stuff like that. And I was like, oh yeah, right. And then I said, and he's like, yeah, I want to see you doing squats, right? And I said, you want to see me doing a lot of shit? I was like, well, then I want to see you doing 100 push-ups with just your sweats on, like only your sweats on, right? Like no drawers or nothing. And then he was like, you don't want me in the gym with just sweats on. I said, no, that was a private show. And then, like, when we had our little conflict, he posted that he was about to go do 100 push-ups. I knew that was directed to me. Like, that message was clear, because he, word for word, word for word, he put what I used to call him. And then, um, which he used that phrase not that long ago. And then he put the 100 push-ups. So I feel like that was so directed to him. Like, it was so clear what he said, because it was word for word what I said, that I knew that was for me. Now, there's been other posts, that had happened that I was like, I don't know who the fuck. So I just was like, I don't know. It's one of those things that it's like, unless it's really directed to him, it's gonna be. I feel like he's gonna be either in that energy where it's gonna be, maybe. I feel like he's gonna think more so. Maybe it was for me. Maybe it wasn't. You know what? I don't fucking know. So whatever. Like, she could be talking about somebody else. Is what I'm getting here. Um, Show me more. I mean, I will still post it, and like, I mean, if it's like a meme, like something funny about biceps, then I think that I don't see anything wrong. But if it's something directed, like you want to lick on some biceps, then it might bring some confusion. But I don't feel like it's, see, but the page of swords is here. I feel like it's gonna have, like, he's definitely going to have like this thirst for knowledge, like wanting to know. So I want to say, it may, depending on what it is that you wanted to post, it may actually bring confusion, because I'm even getting like a restless energy. Like, he's gonna be overthinking this, and then I think eventually he's gonna be like, you know what, whatever. I'm just gonna, like, I'm not gonna keep thinking about this. Oh, you should definitely post that. That's fine, because that's a little jokey joke. That's like a little jokey joke. Yeah, it's not like you're saying like, damn, I'm gonna go lick this man's biceps, and then he's like, who the fuck is that man that she's talking about? Like, I think it's gonna depend on what you post, because I get curiosity, and then I get guardedness. Um, the Four of Swords. Good, keep him guessing. Fuck that. Say nah. Girl, if you post that, and this fucking guy, oh my god. If you post that, and then this man posts his biceps, a picture showing his biceps, I might fall off my bed. Like, the Empress is here. Yo. The Four Swords with the Empress, like I said, is gonna have him in this like thirst for knowledge of like knowing, wanting to know what you're talking about. You're gonna have him thinking. You're gonna make him lose sleep. Oh my God, the freaking Empress with the Two of Cups and the Lovers card. This is the thing. As internally, he fucking knows it's about him. I just think that he questions stuff. When he starts to overthink and he tries to get more and more information, he just overloads his brain and it confuses him. And so he starts thinking about worst case scenario rather than keeping it at like she's definitely talking about me. But internally, I think he's gonna know it's about him because I have the Two of Cups and the Lovers, and this is literally like telepathic communication, alignment, like spiritual alignment. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Jess. You got the Queen of Wands and the fucking Ace of Cups at the bottom. With the Four of Pentacles, him just there, holding on to you, not letting go. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna depend on what you post for sure. Now, I think anything that you post, because remember, since you guys are not in like at a specific place in communication, because you guys kind of are in some type of communication, anything you post, anything you do that he sees is going to leave room for questions because he doesn't really know what's going on, right? Like, you know how we know certain things that could be going on because we get readings, right? And even that, sometimes I feel like we really don't know 100%. But he doesn't have that, so all he can do is just, you know, have his like perspective and just hope that it's for him. So that is what I have for you, Jess. Like we're able to see more, especially because we're like consciously awakened. Like with me thinking about something and then that man posting it like within hours, and nobody fucking knows. Like the day that I thought about the fucking fast, I thought about the fucking fast, and that man posted that he was about to be on the fast. Like, that was insane to me because I'm like, now I've seen a lot of shit because I've manifested so much, but something like that, so fucking directed, what I ate on Monday, and then he posted that he ate that this weekend, and I'm like, yo, that shook me too because I literally thought about something specific that I saw, like a picture that I saw with him carrying this food, with crabs. And then for him to post that the day after I ate that, like a similar dinner or whatever, I thought that was fucking crazy. So I could see that, but maybe he doesn't know that that's happening, or even if he may be seeing synchron, like he may in his own right be seeing stuff that I'm posting or doing that he's like, what the fuck? Because I'm pretty sure that's happening, but he may not understand that. He may just think it's literally a coincidence. So, all right. So, Jasmine, I have your question. Let's see. I feel like you should post it. I haven't seen it, but I feel like you should post it. Because I literally feel like you will not be surprised if this man. Yo, I will be laughing if he fucking goes and posts a fucking picture of his biceps. Like, or showing his biceps. Not of his biceps, but showing them. Even, I want to say, you know what? I feel like Spirit saying, if in the next, like, I want to say, like, 2-3 days after you post that, he posts like a picture of himself. Even if the biceps are not showing 100%, it's because of that. Look, I got the Seven of Swords with the Eight of Wands right here. He's gonna sneakily try to respond to it, or he may post something that he likes. I don't know. There's gonna be something like a response back to it, just, and it's in his own way. All right. So for Jasmine, was H shocked that I am still not back on Instagram? I saw that he reactivated his account. Let's see. Right, Jess. Oh my God. I just feel like he's gonna post or do something that's gonna be so like directed to it. Alright, super chest. Was a shock to see she's still not back on Instagram. I have the lovers in reverse, the nine of swords in reverse. The Emperor. Girl, why am I getting him the Seven of Wands? I'm getting him like focused on himself. I don't know if he even noticed. Hmm. I'm getting someone that's like holding back. Like his energy feels like I'm trying to show discipline, trying to show like I'm in control. There's a lot of inner turmoil. Holding back. I'm getting holding back. And I'm getting indecision here. Wait, show me more. Misalignment is I'm also getting misalignment and balance. Um do you know if he's looked at it? Because I honestly don't feel like he has. I'm getting like again very defensive energy is what I'm getting here. I'm gonna say no. I want to say no, but I feel like it's because he has not noticed. The Eight of Cups. The Six of Cups with the Sun. I don't, you know what I'm getting? Someone that's like in a nasty mood. Like, he has a lot of conflict going on in his life right now. I'm getting like, the spirit saying self-love, so that to me when they're using self-love, it feels like focusing on self. There is a sense of misalignment here. There is a sense of like detachment. I'm getting like fear of commitment here. It's a lot of like heavy energy. Like there's a lot of inner turmoil. I feel like um he's trying to release things that worry him. Um the Emperor is here like showing up as like very disciplined, holding back, you know, being in control, being structured. And then the Seven of Wands is talking about challenges, right? Again, spirit saying maintaining control, being the feeling defensive. Um, and then I have the Eight of Cups, which talks about withdrawing. Like he's withdrawing his energy even though he misses you. Because I have the Six of Cups with the Sun. So it's like he misses you and he wants like some type of like happiness here. But I feel like yeah, I'm getting like he's kind of just like withdrawing. Like he's withdrawing. So I feel like he may not be looking to see if you're on. Um, He hasn't tried. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And then in your outcome, I got the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. Why am I getting this man holding back and like kind of like leaving this alone for now? Show me. The Justice in the reverse. What the heck? You know what I'm getting? I feel like the Queen of Swords kept trying to come out, but she never came out. And I feel like he could be viewing you as the Queen of Swords. Maybe he feels like you're being too harsh with him, and he feels like he has to put too much work in, so he's kind of choosing to turn his back for now. Even though I feel like he doesn't want to, but I also am getting lack of accountability with this Justice card. So there's guilt here, because I'm getting there's guilt here, maybe like how he treated you in the past, and maybe he understands that you're wanting him to like come correct because of that. But I'm getting like lack of accountability, so not wanting to really put the work in. um Anything else on this, like just kind of turning his back right now. So I'm gonna say I don't think he wants to see. I really don't. I feel like he is missing you, but he's kind of withdrawing his energy right now with the Page of Cups here. I want to say like that's just right now his energy, but the curiosity is going to kick in, and he's going to start looking. So, the Page of Cups shows me curiosity, wanting information, um, feeling more sensitive, more calm. I don't know what's going on. And this is what I want to say too. It's like there's added stress here. So it's not like he just feels like you don't deserve like for him to step it up, but I feel like he just has other stuff going on. It's just too much work for for where he's at right now. Like I think that he has other problems, and he just doesn't have the energy to give much right now. I think he may have just reactivated it too. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Um, but I'm definitely getting like a withdrawn energy. But I feel like curiosity will most likely kick in once he is past the mood that he's in. Because I also feel like he's not in the best of moods. Like I'm getting someone that's honestly like in a bad mood, like being very defensive. I feel like if anybody was to like push a button, and I'm saying this like, so like let's just say there's things that even if you push the button he won't react to it. I feel like right now anything can make him react like in a not the best way. So I feel like he's kind of like withdrawing from people in general so he don't lash out. So that is what I have for you, my love. Yeah, I think he has like other stuff going on that does not have him in the best mood. And you know, they say like, well, people have a belief that if you work on too many things at once, you're not giving one or the other like enough attention. They People have told me that about me because, like, with I have like 3 or 4 businesses, but I'm like I make time for them. Trust me when I do, but I do feel like sometimes I'm like, shit, I gotta do this, or I forgot to do this for that one. So I kind of get that, like, just kind of focusing on one thing at a time. And I feel like that's where he's at. Like, he just has so much other shit going on that right now he just needs to focus on one thing at a time. So that is what I have for you. You're welcome. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I feel that that's how I'm feeling because a lot of my energy is on my fitness. Yeah. And I always say, like, I feel like you don't, like, that's why I'm like, I'll be working on a few things at a time. But I do notice when I'm like focused on one thing more, it kind of just takes away I feel like the resistance from the other thing. It's just weird how that works. Like sometimes, just focus on the other areas kind of just brings the one thing, the other area towards you. All right, guys, have a good night. Oh, I didn't mean to yawn like that. I just got to get myself situated. I got to set up for my client. Tomorrow I have a busy ass day, y'all. Like our sessions. So I'm going to schedule those now. I have 2 clients in between. No, I have 3 clients in between. Plus, in the morning, I have a doctor's appointment. So, yeah, it's going to be a busy day tomorrow. So, have